Good morning, traders. Good morning, everyone. Welcome once again to Rally Academy, where we make daily profit. So this is the morning market review. My name is Victor, and I'm going to be your host for today's review. So as it stands, well, not that bad the number of persons, but I think we can dive into our charts now. Those who join us later will actually go back to YouTube to live stream and to watch this video again in order to get the knowledge. So let's dive into the chat. Good morning, Mr. K. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to have you here again. Okay. I think good. All right. So as usual, we would like to always find out our fundamentals. So as traders, technically, um, before we dive into our charts, before we go into anything, let's see. Okay. So before we go into anything, I'd like to just, um, seen some of the struggles of traders that I've seen, people around me who are trading, and from what I've gathered, um, people are trying to complicate things a lot. You know, they feel the more complicated you are, it shows that you're a better trader. The more you can do your technical analysis, the more concepts you understand. Which that is not the case. It's not a reflection of how good you are. Or, the modern strategies that we have now, the SMCs, that the smart money concept, the ICTs, and other things, it makes it very complicated. So what am I trying to say is when you make things simple, it's better. Simplicity works best in this market. The market itself is already complicated. So you are trying to uncomplicate the complications of the market. Hence, you don't need to start complicating your own self or your own strategy. Something very simple and very basic. Trust me, it works, right? It works a lot. So what we are going to be doing is just simplifying your chart, uncomplicating it, and then look for where you can take your entries, either for a buy or for a sell, as simple as ABC. Repeat this process over time. Now, one of the things you also find out is that you will not be right 100% of the time. All the time, it's difficult. You will not be right all the time. So also note that irrespective of your analysis, as correct as it is, the market has the mind of its own sometimes. All right. But the good thing about it is that it still respects technical. So which means 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, was 7 out of 10, the market will still respect the analysis. But once in a while, even though you are right in your analysis and you took the right trade, the market still can go against you. Do not think you are not a good trader or a better trader, because that is what pushes some people to start looking for another strategy, start complicating things. No, do the same thing again, try it next time. You'll find out that it will work, right? So that being said, before we go into our charts, so this is GBP USD. Let's start from Euro USD, for instance. Now, for Euro USD, the first things you want to do whenever you want to trade anything, the first thing to do to trade anything is, this is just a template. So after giving the template, you just apply it on any chart. First, understand the directional bias. The directional bias. You should know in which direction price is currently moving. Are we together? It's just like a river, right? So if you go against the current, you are going to find it hard. You are going to be swept out by the current. But if you flow with the current, just jump in and the current takes you to wherever the river is going to. All right. All right, I will. You're most welcome, sir. You're most welcome. I will do that. Okay, so the first thing is understanding your directional bias. And when you open, you want to understand your directional bias. Usually you find that from a higher time frame, from your daily, weekly, and monthly. But for accuracy's sake, stick to either your daily or your weekly. So if I go to my daily on Euro USD, clearly you will see that at the moment, price has been pushing to the upside. Let me adjust this back. At the moment, price has been pushing to the upside, right? To the upside. So it clearly tells me that I should be looking out for buy opportunities. Price is pushing up, right? Now, when price is pushing up, what you want to see is this kind of movements when price is pushing up. So it pushes to the upside, it comes. Normally, price cannot just push up all the way. You will see some form of retracement. Some retracement can be short, some can be long, as the case may be, before price pushes up again. And pushing up, what gives us that confidence is it needs to take out this previous high that price created, right? Price can take it out, all right? So after which, and kept pushing, right? Now notice that price did not cover some good distance while coming to retest before continuing, right? So it means that this area here, there is imbalance. There is imbalance that price can come and fill in future. So price can do something like this. Price can do, sorry, so price does something like this and it pushes up. Don't worry, just stay with me. You will understand what I'm trying to say. And when price is struggling around this area, for price to keep pushing up, you will then see something like this. Price can then come, tap into this area, right? Tap into this area to cover this gap that price left behind before continuing that upward movement. So price does the same thing, but it can do it in different ways, right? It can do it in different ways. So what am I driving at? Price would want to complicate things. You just uncomplicate the complications by knowing the simple format, the mode of movement when you are in an uptrend, at the same time when you are in a downtrend. And also understand the fact that price is, the movement of price is more like you are laying blocks, right? You are laying blocks. It's just like you have cells in your body. The cells come together to make an organ, maybe your kidney, your liver, whatever. The organs now come together to make a system, which you now have your entire body. Okay, so price has candlesticks. The movement of these candlesticks are like the cells. These cells make up the organs, all right, which you have the moves. Now the entire chart, all right, then you now have it as the particular market that you are trading. So you need to understand that whenever there is a gap left behind and price goes up, if price goes up and was struggling to go up at this point, it will then come back down to cover this inefficiency. But price did not do that. Price didn't get here, but it made another movement and corrected itself on this second floor. So which means it's good enough, right? Now let's just go back to our current market price and see what we are talking about. So daily, we have confirmed our directional bias. We are up, which means we are buying. So on our 4 hours, so what I want to do is to mark out my key levels, my support areas, my key levels. Since I'm buying, it's best to buy at a lower price, and the lower prices you have them at your support area, right? So moment price broke, got to this point here. So if you extend this level to the future, you will notice that price came into these levels again and tapped in, right? Price came into these levels and tapped in. Hence, on my 1 hour time frame, I'm looking at buying. So price for Euro USD should still be bullish. Now, we know that price, this is the last high it created, and it has been struggling to break this high. So what price need is to come back to a key level, somewhere like this, take what we call liquidity, that's a pool of orders before it continues pushing to the upside. So Euro USD, we should keep seeing it bullish, although price can still come back here before starting the journey or just continue the journey. Irrespective, it should be bullish, all right? So that's for Euro USD. Now, GBP USD, on the other hand, is, okay, so let's find out the directional bias from our daily, what we did to Euro USD. On our daily, you clearly see also that GBP USD is also pushing to the upside. Right, has been pushing to the upside, So let's look at it on our 4 hour time frame. Oops. All right. Now on my 4 hour time frame, this was the last resistance area that we had that price broke out. So we expect a retest. We tested it and it's still going down. So one of two things: price might still come all the way down here, or finally sweeping liquidity to keep pushing, like on my 1 hour time frame. So if I extend this to the future, now for the fact that price has broken below this level, it's just doing a retest to push further down. All right, it's just doing a retest to push further to the downside. Now, what I mean is coming to these levels again before we start seeing that upward push again. Okay, so remember, it's like floor to floor, floor to floor, floor to floor, floor to floor. So price is doing that massive retest on GBP USD, and that retest is coming back all the way to this previous key level before we can see price going to the upside again. But the only thing that will invalidate our analysis right now is if price can go above this level. If price goes above this level, you see this level? This is an internal high. All right. If price goes above this level, then we are bullish. If price goes above this level, what you will just see is a retest and a continuous push to the upside, at least targeting back our highest point. Now, but what price is showing us right now is that price is breaking below lows. You can see this support level has been taken out. So price is also retesting to continue going to the downside. And you can see it in a number of places. Let's see where we have a support level broken and price just doing a retest to keep pushing to the downside. Okay, that's going to be far because GPUSD has been bullish for a long time now. All right, so technically on GBP we are looking at price headed to the downside. All right. GBP JPY, this one has been okay. Shoyemi Adeleke. Okay, please unmute and go ahead. Yes. Ask your questions or make your contribution. No question. All right. Uh, let's continue then. So GBP JPY, if you look at it from a Let me see. Good morning, Mr. DM. Good morning, sir. Someone else's hand is raised. AA. I don't know if that's your name, but AA, please go ahead.
Yes, good morning, sir. How is everything?
Good morning. Very, very well.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I want to ask, how is it that Euro USD is bullish while GBP
GBP USD,
yes,
right?
yes seems to be bearish? So why the divergence?
Because normally they ought to be following the same direction.
Exactly.
Okay, so they don't have 100% correlation. So
Oh,
for instance, let's say their strength at a particular point differs. So you can see that GBP is way stronger now than Euro. You can see Euro is like not that strong. Let's just say weak, and next to dollar. So your currency strength index also tells. So for instance, now, where's my GBP Euro USD? If let me apply the same thing here. Now, this is Euro USD. For price to go to the upside, let me take out this, it's distorting my charts. Okay, for price to go to the upside for Euro USD, the strength of Euro compared to that of dollar is not as strong as that of the GBP compared to the dollar. All right, so Euro USD should be pulling to the upside, but gradually, while GBP USD can pull to the upside massively because the distance is much. But market structure is king, like the order of the market, the structure. So for instance, where is the GBP USD? GBP USD clearly is way stronger right now than the dollar. But you are seeing price coming to the downside. You saw this last candle bearish, right? Good. So, which tells you that price is just trying to respect market structure. Remember, I said for GBP USD that the only thing that can invalidate our analysis right now is if price goes above this high, right? If price goes above this high, which means that there is still a probability that GBP USD can change its mind. But what price is telling us is that price has been breaking below. Good. So you can see this support here. When price broke below this support, price only retested to keep pushing back to the downside, right? Now, price has broken this support, and we are seeing price trying to retest technically to come to the downside. So that's how we look at price technically. If you break a support, we want you to retest and we'll keep selling. If you break a resistance, here, we want you to retest and we keep buying you. So that is how we look at price technically. But that also can change. So in the case of GBP USD now, it can do two things. Technically follows technical analysis, or the strength of the currency can invalidate our analysis. And in that case, I told you that if price goes above this particular level. So if you were with us from the very beginning, I said that no matter how correct your analysis is, sometimes the market has the mind of its own. Things can change. We can't control all these things. But no matter how things change, most times you find your analysis to be true more often than not. Right? Few times things can go against you. So yes, they cannot always go in the same direction. If I open the chart, I will start looking at it. You find out that there are few times that they go opposite directions. So if that answers your question, I think we spent enough time on answering your question. All right, so let's continue. So we're talking about GBP JPY, and GBP JPY, if you look at it on your daily time frame, in fact, weekly is more clearer. On the weekly, you see that it has been massively bullish for significant retracement, and price has taken this level as resistance for a while now. So we had the first third, second, this is currently the third. Now, we know that price will not remain this level for too long. At some point, we expect a breakout. We expect a breakout from this particular level. So is that breakout going to happen now? I cannot 100% tell you for sure until price breaks out of this particular zone. So we expect a retest and we'll keep buying it further, right? So yes, Ahmed San. Yes, please go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Please, a very quick one. I just want to ask, when is the best time frame to trade? I've been having issues with this for the past 2 months because I make analysis on 4 hour time frames, and I was waiting for 4 hour time frame to give me a very good setup. So I will just realize that it bounces back. So when I go to 15 time frame, it would have gone further instead of it to have entered at that time. So I don't know the exact time because I normally trade on the 4 hour time frame. Please kindly clarify that for me. Thank you.
Okay, that means for you to trade on the 4 hour time frame, it means you are most likely a swing trader. Or are you done with the questions?
Yes. Yes, I'm done with the question. Yes. I just want to know the
Can you,
exact time frame that I want to switch to a day trader.
okay, so even though you do your analysis on a higher time frame, you will need to execute on a lower time frame as a day trader. So you can still do your analysis on 4 hours. For instance, this is 4 hours for me now on GBP, JPY. And what we'll do normally is that we would like to buy when price breaks structure. So for instance, now, the moment price broke above this particular level here, right? It went above the last high. I will be waiting for a retest, which we had a retest here. This sells 2 bearish candles to give me that buy. And this is how it's going to look like on a 1 hour time frame. After that break, complete break, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish candles on 1 hour, but there were 2 on 4 hours, right? Before I buy it and push to the upside. So if you want to switch to day trading after the analysis of 4 hours, you want to execute, you can come to your 1 hour, and sometimes you can even come to your 15 minutes. All right. Your 15 minutes, they will give you that quicker trades. Day traders want something. I enter now. The next few minutes, few hours, I get what I want and I'm out of the market. But you as a swing trader, you are ready to allow the market to keep pushing, because for a 4 hour time frame, I think you have 6 candles for the day. But for a 1 hour time frame, you have like 24 candles if you're trading currencies. For a 15 minutes candle, you have way more than that. All right. So you need to switch to your lower time frames. Execute at the point of your lower time frames. If you remain at 4 hours, it might take a while for price to get there. So I think that answers your question. So GBP JPY, if price can retest back this level here, then we will still want to buy it back. But if it invalidates this area and breaks this level, this small level that we have here, if it breaks this level here, that means price wants to keep heading to the downside. In that case, we'll change our directional bias to a sell trade, not a buy trade, right? So NZD USD also, I think I have this one already marked too. I have it marked. Okay, good. You can see, unlike the other things we've checked, NZD USD is on a downward trend. It's on the overall trend downward, but we are currently seeing price pushing to the upside, right? You see price trying to push to the upside. That's why I marked this level, because price has been selling. Let me go back down. All right, you can see clearly price has been selling, selling, selling. All right, it did a massive, you can see this distance here. So price only retested it to keep pushing down gradually. Came back to this point here and is trying to retest. So worst case scenario, the highest levels are these 2 levels, 1 and 2. If price gets here, we are going to be having some massive sell-off. Okay, some massive sell-off. So we need a change of that scenery to see price coming back to the downside. Right. So price gave us what we call a false break. So you can see that in this case now, price broke above a significant resistance on the 4 hours. We're supposed to wait for a retest to keep buying it, right? What happened here? Price retested but did not buy. Instead, it came back to the downside. But if you were buying it, you'd be doing the correct thing. But price didn't respect that. Now that price is back to the downside, all you need to do is to change your directional bias again to sell. So right now, price is pushing lower and lower. And for us to sell, we need to look for those areas. Okay, you can see when price took out these levels right here. In fact, price has retested. Let's go to a much lower time frame. So you see this level I just drew. Price took out this support level, hoping that it will hold. Price broke it, retested, and is pushing to the downside, right? So we expect GBP, NZD, USD rather, in line with the current directional bias to keep pushing lower, to the downside. Now, it would have been best if price comes back to this point because we'll have much more confidence selling. Because when you sell, I can easily have my stop loss somewhere slightly above, But right now, price is in between the lower point and the midpoint. So for us to sell confidently, we need price to go higher. But most times, it might not work that way. So we'll just sell this guy, let me see. you know. Sorry. So a sell is the best trade right now for NZD USD. The only condition for which it will validate our sell is if price goes back above this uh, resistance level, this particular level here. If price goes back above this resistance level, then at that point we will be waiting for a retest to push higher to the next level, right? To push higher to the next level. But all things being equal right now, what we have seen technically on the chart is prices coming down for NZD USD. So I think one or two more currencies before we also move. This is USD CAD. USD CAD on a daily. Let's see on how it looks like on the weekly. Okay. USD CAD does not have a definite direction. What we can see here is that there's this massive half. So we have a triple top on a higher time frame. On a weekly time frame, we have a triple top, and we then have, let me do it on a moment time. You can see this particular level right here. This resistance level on our daily. Price broke above, came down, but because it has gotten to the higher point, so it's naturally most likely come down. It's like a falling knife. So it wanted to retest, but since it broke below that particular level on our daily, you can see that price, instead of here becoming support, price broke below it. All right. So now it should serve as a.
You're still on weekly charts. Is it daily?
Resistance and price has retested. It did a quick retest. So you can see where price came below, right here, retested it and it's dropping, came back even at that point again, and it's still dropping. So what does this tell us on our USD CAD? It tells us that price still looking at pushing to the downside. So the strategy we are using today is break, retest, and continue. Break, retest, and continue. Find a lot of trading opportunities. Right? If you keep it that simple. So where next can we take our trade? You will see an internal support right here. Okay, this was a little resistance becomes support. Can you see this? And if you want to extend it further, you see from this levels right here. Okay, so this was also a support level. Price broke, retested, came down, went above it again. Right, so now we can sell from this levels right here, and we expect price to still push further to the downside. And this is how it looks like on the 1 hour. So price is around that level right now. Okay. Price is currently around that level right now. So yes, USD CAD, we also want to see price coming to the downside. Right. Where is this? Okay, remember the last time we did silver? That should be last week Wednesday, right? Yeah, last week Wednesday. And we're looking at price being bullish. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday again. So yeah. So well, you see that this was a support level. This level right here as a support level. So I think price was around this point here. And for the rest of that, the price just kept going bullish, aimed at this high and continued. So right now, price is trying to fall back. But let's start from our directional bias. So you clearly see that silver also is pushing to the upside. This is daily and this is weekly, right? Clearly pushing to the upside. Clearly, right? So in this instance now, we are just looking out for where can we take our buy opportunities. I think I did the same thing right here. Let me clear all of this. Let me clear all of this. Okay. So this is my daily time frame on silver. And on my daily, this is my most recent low, which holds a lot of liquidity, a lot of orders. A lot of persons would like to buy here, so they might just be sweet before continuous. Now, price is trying to drop, which means at the moment, it will be difficult for us to buy, except price respects this particular level. You see this high, this double high here that was broken, right? So you can see, if we mark it now, see that price is around this level right here. So if price can take out this level, break below it, just like it broke below here, retest and sell, broke below here. Now the retest is not exactly on it. It goes inside. This retest even went inside. Now if it breaks below it also, then we can look for sell opportunities to the downside. But remember that the overall directional bias is up. Hence, the sales don't last for too long, right? Whatever sell it sells, whatever downward movement is making, is either aiming for this place here. The moment it can get here, forget everything about sell, look out for buy opportunities, all right? So that's for silver. So we just need to shift all of this. Okay, just need to shift this. So we're looking out for buy opportunities on silver. So if I'm wrong here, I shouldn't be wrong here. If it takes me out here, it shouldn't take me out around this level, okay? All right, so that's for silver. Oh, good. I just knew that there's something that should be traded, which is USD JPY. I just knew something ought to be traded. Okay, so
Please, let's
USD.
check USD CHF, please.
Where is that? Where is that? Where is that?
USD CHF.
Okay, so this also is clearly pushing to the downside, but like massively pushing to the downside. Sorry, just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. I'll be right back with us. Just a moment. Sorry, I'm trying to switch my internet. This one is becoming unstable for me here to navigate. Hopefully this one is better. Okay, so I think I need to mute them. Okay.
Too many noise on the background.
I'm muting everyone. Come on. How is it that some persons are still unmuting themselves? Please just remain mute. If you have any question or contribution, kindly just signify by raise of hand. The icon to do that is over there, right? So we'll have a smooth session. Thank you. So this is USD CHF, right? And price, you can clearly see is headed to the downside. All right. So we had this from this particular level, we had a massive drop. From this triple top, we had a massive drop that cleared this low. You can see this low right here. Now this is on a weekly, so it's going to be much. So let me reduce this levels. Okay, just around these lows right here. So price took out this low. You can see there was a retest. This is on a daily time frame. The moment it broke below this particular low, you see this low right here. There's been a retest, and it's pushing further to the downside. And also, there is another retest right here. There's another low right here that has been taken out. There's another low that here that has been taken out. So this side looks like on the 4-hour time frame that has been taken out. So we are just expecting a retest into these levels for us to possibly have another sell trade. And this is how it looks like on the 1-hour time frame. All right, so been waiting for that retest to push us into this particular level. That retest just to push us here for us to keep selling. So for now, we are not in an uptrend on your right time. We are not. We are still in a downtrend, but price is currently doing a retest, which is push us up a little into a particular level for us to continue the particular sell, right? So if you are technical enough, you will know when you're expecting that retest. You can buy it to that level. Then when it gets to this level and you see it headed back down, then we continue our sell.
Please, sir, can you come again, sir? Please, just one more time, please.
If you want to make a contribution, please just signify. So we'll have a smooth session. GBP or USDCHF is not even part of what I want to talk about. All right, we are buying significant time. Instead of me to recap, please head over to YouTube. You are going to watch this video again. All right, there's no time to do too many recaps. Right, please just go over to YouTube. You will see this video Just search for rally trade. You'll see this video. Please watch this video again and you'll get the full understanding. You can replay as many times as possible. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So this is our dearly beloved gold. Remember, gold is volatile, so you don't trade gold with small amounts. For those who have tried trading gold with small amounts, you would definitely agree with me that your hands have been burnt. Okay. So you don't do gold with small amounts. So as usual, you can see. All right. So price is even normally on the upside, right? You can see price is on the upside. And what we want to do here is to also mark our critical levels, which is, I have this particular level right here. Okay. So if price comes to this level, I can be bullish. And if it breaks it, remember I said there's still a chance, right? If it breaks this particular level, it's gold. Then we are heading to the downside. You can just wait for a retest, then we are heading to the downside, right? As simple as that. Remember the strategy is break and retest. Break and retest, okay? We have our agro commodities. Yes, wheat. I know Mr. Dave will still talk about this, but let's just quickly look out for it. Meanwhile, we are having the Agro Trade Vault today. Agro Trade Vault. So for those of you who would like to trade agro commodities, trust me, this, if you think your gold is profitable, you think your US 100 is profitable, you've never tried agro commodities. You have not tried wheat, you've not tried coffee, cocoa, all right? You've not tried sugar. You've not tried corn. Yes, you've not tried all of those guys. Now, so agro trade vault, there's a lot of benefits that you get from trading agro commodities. And guess what? They are even much more simpler. Yeah, they are much more simpler than your currencies, your commodities like your gold and your indices. Because when they are going in one direction, they go for a long time. So it's easy to predict. When they are going in one direction, they go for a long time. Like a long time, right? So these are weekly. So you can clearly see that this is the highest point that wheat has gotten to, all-time high point. And so right now, price is, you can see this level right here. So one of the things that you do for yourself trading agro commodities is that if you can have a break of a particular structure, that's all. Price is just going. For instance, right here, you would see this particular support I created. The moment price came and took it out, this level retested, came back here. The moment it took it out, it just retested and simple. That's all. And guess what? It's going to go for a long time. So this is how it looks like on a daily. This is it on a daily. You can see this level it created, it pushed up, came back down there. The moment it broke it, retested and down. So price is in between this range, this massive range on a 1 hour time frame. The minimum you can have to trade agro commodity should be at least 1 million. At least 1 million. Right? Even doing 0.01 will give you ×3, ×4 of whatever 0.01 gold would give to you. Yes, that's agro commodities for you. They are the most profitable in the markets, right? The most profitable in the market. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you how to trade agro commodities, especially using your moving averages. Yeah, using your moving average. And it's not the usual way of trading it using your moving average or your death cross, your golden cross. No, 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 no. That's not it. Because a lot of times price will break. You can have a death cross, price goes below, and all of a sudden it comes back above again. Meanwhile, you are looking at selling and price goes above. You hit your stop loss or you find yourself in some serious drawdowns. And a break crosses again, you want to sell and price goes back to the upside. So you are going to be learning how to trade using the moving averages, these agro commodities. And why moving average? Because remember I said that when price breaks on agro commodity, it goes for a long time, right? it goes in one direction for a long time. Meanwhile, from here, let's say you were even buying this guy from this level right here, just one candle alone, let me not say the rest, just one candle alone. For those who trade agro commodities here, I wish other persons can see comments. You will see comments on how massive agro commodities can give you. You just need one maximum of 2 candles in the same direction and you'll be fine, right? You'll be fine. So a lot of persons don't drag your gold, your US 100, they don't drag your Euro USD or USJPY with you. They don't. They just stick to agro commodities and they are fine. JAP 225 also, this one is one of the index also that we have. And one of the good things about this also is that it's simple to trade. Whenever people trade a particular currency, commodity, too often, right, it becomes complicated. But when you have few persons trading on that particular instrument, most times I find it's easier to trade it. It's easier to trade it, right? What volume? The volume you trade agro commodities is based on the size of your capital, right? The size of your capital. No, I'm just trying to make you understand that it has more value than the currencies that you're trading, even your commodities like the oil and gold. It has way more value, right? So this is JAP 225, and this is my daily time frame. You can clearly see that we've been heading to the upside, right? And this is, let me show you, this level right here was, now when we are headed to the upside, what we are most concerned about is our support level, support. If we are headed to the upside, you are concerned about support, and if you are headed to the downside, you are concerned about resistance. Consider resistance is when price breaks above a particular level. So for instance, right here, you can see this level here, price broke above. Now remember, if you go back to hello, please, you need to be mute. Wow. Okay, so you notice that price pushed higher, it didn't retest, and it kept pushing higher. Okay, so which makes this particular level here, this level, there's a massive inefficiency which price can come to cover in the future. So this is a perfect example of price trying to cover an inefficiency that the market created, or an imbalance rather that the market created. So price just covered it up, and since it covered it up, it's trying to push to the upside. Meanwhile, before it did, it took this point here as a new level. So which means that on my 4-hour time frame, this is how it looks like. Retest, right? Now, one of two things will happen here. It's either price comes back down, but what I want to see is price going above this level. Once it goes above this level, then I have more confidence to buy it back, even to the upside. This JAP 225 is also very, very, not as volatile, but also massively profitable, right? So, guys, you need to diversify your portfolio. There are things that other persons are trading. USD NOK, USD Norwegian krone. And I know people who also trade USD Hungarian forint. That's USD HUF, right? So the noise is not much on this particular instrument. The fundamentals are rare on this particular instrument. So you don't have something that will come and distort your analysis too much, okay? If you can find one direction for like a week straight up, you are trading in that particular direction, right? Imagine you are buying, the moment price hit this support, you buy, you will just still be hitting profit, okay? I said it is, the minimum is 1 M, right? So lastly, let's do oil, lastly, before we go. Okay, so oil has been having a hard time pushing to the upside since we had this massive drop. It has been having a hard time pushing back to the upside, but on a weekly time frame, come on, okay. So we need to understand where our significant points are because price move from one point to the other, one point to the other. If you are looking at it on a lower time frame, you'll see that price is moving massively to one direction, right? But if you go check on a higher time frame, it's moving massively in one direction just to head to another direction to change direction again. Okay. So these are significant levels that we've had. So you can see this area of support. All right, all the way. Okay. Now this is very wide, like very wide. But if I want to narrow it, then we'll have it something like
Hello,
this.
sir. Hello, sir.
Just a moment, please. Just a moment. So we'll have it something like this on oil. So you see that this place has been the significant support area we've had in recent time, and price now broke below that particular level. Okay, so price broke below this particular level. We tested, instead of it pushing to the downside, it pushed to the upside, now came back here. So I would still want to bet on the fact that since price did not go below this level again, then we should be heading to the upside for oil. Now, the fundamentals also contribute, but for now, you'll find out that unlike when the war started, there's actually more calm now, and they're looking for resolution. So, hence, there's nothing stopping oil from going up. The reason why it's not going up fast is that the resolution is not 100% clear as of now. If the resolution has been clear, then you will see oil either push massively to the upside or continue to the downside. So for now, oil should keep pushing to the upside.
Please,
yes,
sir, quickly glance through EU and GU and see the effects currently so that we'll know what to do.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Which one did I use to analyze? Let me go and use that one. So that I will see my levels. All right, I think it's this. Okay, good. Aha. So price is coming back to this level right here. So like I said, we should be bullish, right? So it's either price just continues going up non-stop or come back to this level and start going up again. That's for euro. Oh, is there a fundamental? There's no, because the dollar just jumped from back to front. No fundamental. The one we are expecting tonight is FOMC. All right, FOMC. Dollar just jumped from back to front. Let me see.
That's the reason why I called your attention, that there is something that happens, so we should learn from that, please.
Irrespective, it's not a major fundamental. So like we said, that of Euro GBP USD is clearly playing out for that sell one, but that of Euro USD is trying to is still valid. Like I said, it's either it just keep pushing up or it comes back down to this level and starts pushing up again. So it's still simple. We are still in line. There's nothing spoiling anything at the moment, right? We are still in line. Please, for every recap, that's why we are live streaming it on YouTube right now. If you go to YouTube, you'll hear me as I'm talking. And even if I'm done with this on Zoom right now, go to YouTube, you'll find this video, right? It's because of we don't have enough time to answer a question, answer A, B, C, and all. We can't do our analysis. So what I'm saying is, once we are done, if there's anything you don't understand, just go to YouTube. Type Rally Trade on YouTube. You'll see the page. Click on videos. Then you see today's video, the most recent. All right. You'll see it a few minutes ago or a few hours ago. You just know it's today. Then you click it and you rewatch and you understand everything that I've said here. All right. So I'm sorry we don't have that time to start going back to recap. USD is gaining strength, but there's no telling why the USD is gaining strength because there's no fundamental at the moment, at least from our Forex Factory, except want to dive deeper on investing.com. But on the Forex Factory, there's no fundamental right now to give us the exact reason why the USD is. But it's not going against our analysis. I don't know what you are trading right now, but from the analysis I've done, everything is still in order, right? So thank you very much for your time this morning, and I hope you have a very peaceful day. The person that said drop my number, okay, it's just 002658249. My name is Victor. You can reach out to me if you need clarification on one or two things, or you just reach out to your account managers. That's what they are there for. They are going to help you. If you need me for anything, your account manager is going to reach out to me, on your behalf, or possibly connect us, right? So head over to YouTube, watch this video, understand the concept.
Please drop your number again. Sorry I have to interrupt you. Please drop it again.
080 265 824 93. If you go to YouTube, you'll see it again. You'll hear the number 00265 824 93. I'm Victor. They call me the Bishop. So by 10 a.m., let's convene again. By 10 a.m. today, let's convene again for Agro Trade Vault. That's one. And by 1 p.m. also convene again. There are a lot of things that are going to be coming your way. We've noticed the struggles for a lot of traders. So we are just trying to see how we can help you understand these little concepts that will help you to make some good profits in the market, right? And trade profitably. 10 a.m. please, Agro Trade Vault. This same link, just log in and you find us here. And then 1 p.m. in the afternoon, log in and you find us here again, all right? If you are not clear on anything, please contact your account. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.